Guys, can we straight back into the video? Today's video is what if Yamcha was a Saiyan. So, about a day ago, I made a poll on the 200 subscribers special. Currently, it's 223 subscribers. Thank you guys for subscribing and commenting and liking the videos and suggesting ideas. So, Yamcha will be raised by normal humans in the desert, which is fair enough. So, 3% of you said Master Roshi, 7% to Master Shen. I was pretty shocked with Master Shen because I would have thought more people would have said Master Roshi because Yamcha was trained by Roshi and he seems a lot closer to him. And 46% of you said Yamcha should be the first Saiyan in the series, with 25% said Chi-Chi and 21% said Tien, with 7% of you said Hercule. So the next few videos might seem a bit off, but I had them pre-recorded, so if a character had a bit of a higher, was equal in like the poll, for example, for the Total Drama series in the original cast instead of Revenge, when I made the video, the other character was higher, so sorry for that. And getting around to all your videos, I'm also starting doing the character swap series, and I will be doing some more Walking Dead as well. I'll be doing Walking Dead as well and Harry Potter. It's just been busy with the videos and I've not had the time to get around them. So 96% of you said that you would actually like more content, which I'm very happy with, and thank you guys for the support. So let's get to the theory. So because Planet Vegeta, Yamcha and Goku will be sent to Earth. Yamcha crashes into the desert. Now because Tora looks very similar to Yamcha, I decided Tora would be Yamcha's father. So Tora will still die the same way. Fasha, Borgos, and Shugesh. And he won't really be bothered. So Yamcha's his son, so it'll be Yamcha's mother who sends Yamcha to Earth. And she will fight with Bardock, and she will die as well with King Vegeta. This means that Nappa, Raditz, Goku, Nappa, Vegeta, Raditz, Goku, as well as Yamcha, would now survive Planet Vegeta. So Yamcha would eventually crash into a crater and would eventually be sent to Earth and would hit his head. He would be raised by two humans who were from the desert, and even when Yamcha was younger, Yamcha would often go out and would involve fighting. Yamcha would even, as his childhood friend, would even befriend a kid and even have his childhood friend named Pua. Yamcha would love fighting, so his parents would often put Yamcha in multiple martial arts dojos. But most notably, he would put him in the Wolf Dojo, which Yamcha would have learned the Wolf Fang Fist. And because Yamcha wouldn't have any superpowered characters like Master Roshi or Master Shen, I think it makes sense for Yamcha to be as strong as he was, if not a little bit stronger. So there's that. So because Yamcha would have trained, when Yamcha transforms into a great ape one day, Yamcha destroys the entire village, but ends up Pua is able to cut his tail off, but his parents will die in the process, similar to Goku, so Yamcha will be orphaned. Because Pua is afraid that Yamcha would actually hurt somebody else, and Yamcha being told by Pua, Yamcha is pretty much afraid and decides to live by himself, staying away from his village. So now we have that for the backstory. We can say what happens in the series. So Bulma and Oolong would still join. Roshi would have heard of this other, would more likely might have been aware of Yamcha, but it's hard to say whether or not he would have been aware. So Yamcha would have met Goku. Also because Yamcha would have seen Bulma, he would be afraid of interacting with her for slightly different reasons to the original. He would be afraid of hurting somebody else, but he would see Goku having a tail, so he would respect Goku. I think he would even tell Goku about how we can transform into like great apes. And Goku kind of puts two together, realizing he kills his grandfather, which would have really upset Goku at that point as well, because you've got to consider Goku as a kid, and well, his grandfather has not been around for many years, and Yamcha is older than Goku. So Yamcha would eventually travel with Goku, and the Ox King and Chi-Chi would still be introduced the same way, but Yamcha wouldn't knock out Chi-Chi in this timeline as he is traveling with Goku. He fires Kamehameha, busting Yamcha's car, but Yamcha even fires a little Kamehameha himself. Master Roshi realizes these are the two boys that are prodigies of our Gohan, and hearing of a boy in a village, he tells Yamcha and Goku that he'll help them train and even go to train with them. As he says, after they've finished their journey, he'll go with them. Yamcha tells Roshi he should go with them as he explains about the Great Ape transformation, and Roshi, being aware there are two of them, he decides to bring Turtle. He decides he and Turtle will come along for the journey. I forgot Wash doesn't come until later on. So because of that, Master Roshi will actually be with them by the time we meet them. So we can basically fast forward to the events where Yamcha and Goku fire because they would have been still trapped by the Pilaf gang, Master Roshi would fire a hole in the wall, and he would get them out faster. Yamcha and Goku would go to the moon and transform, but Master Roshi would grab Turtle, Puar, Oolong, and Bulma. He would make sure that Bulma and Turtle are safe and would tell them to get back. Roshi would fire a Kamehameha at the moon and would get Puar and Oolong to cut off their tails. And that's the end of the Pilaf saga. Bulma and Yamcha would finally get together, but Yamcha, wanting to get stronger, decides that he will train with Master Roshi. Because Yamcha's a Saiyan, Yamcha's height will have his fighting potential. He loves fighting. Because Saiyans love fighting, so naturally Yamcha would have a heightened sense of wanting to train more. Now, that's not to say that humans wouldn't want to train. And let me know in the comments, do you want me to make a video on Saiyans versus humans? Because I might make a video why I think the humans are quite underrated in Dragon Ball. But the thing is, Yamcha, humans, that's not to say humans don't like training or love fighting, but I'm just saying, in my opinion, the average Saiyan loves fighting more than the average human. So Goku and Yamcha would go off to train together, and eventually they'd make the wish. Master Roshi would go and get the panties, and Krillin would still join the dojo. Yamcha would be on a similar training regimen to Krillin and Goku, and Goku and Krillin are much stronger in this timeline with Yamcha being here, and Yamcha himself is much stronger. So where would I put them? I would roughly say Goku and Yamcha are equal, if not Goku being a bit stronger. And Krillin's obviously the weakest of the two, but Krillin is a lot stronger here. So Launch still joins the Z Fighters in the same way. So in the 20th, Bulma's parents, they can be supports. Obviously, Goku would still meet Bulma's parents. Bulma's parents decide that they'll watch the tournament. And of course, Shinron can be a support as well. I'm going to put Shinron. I know Shinron's not a Z Fighter and these guys, but these guys, this part of the tale is more of like supports and the Z Fighters themselves. So now we have the announcer. Let's get everyone in the tournament. So we don't have a Ranfan picture, but I have everyone else. So Goku, Krillin and Bacterian, Master Roshi and Yamcha, and then it's now Goku. So Bacterian Krillin plays the same. Krillin. So Master Roshi and Yamcha begins and Yamcha fires a Wolfang Fist. But Master Roshi would still describe himself as Jackie Chun. Now the fight between Master Roshi and Yamcha would be a lot more exhausting for Master Roshi. An actual fight, Roshi would have to put a lot more effort into it because Yamcha is much stronger here. And Roshi's going to be a lot more careful on how he fights because he knows Yamcha and Goku are just natural prodigies. So Yamcha tries to fire Kamehameha, but Roshi retaliates. Then Roshi does his lullaby punch, which is basically a move where he hypnoses the opponent and puts them to sleep. But because Yamcha wouldn't be asleep, I imagine Yamcha would kind of still be standing, so he'd be half asleep. He's tired, but he's not knocked out, which shocks Roshi. So Roshi decides that he'll fire a rock, paper, scissors attack like Goku did. So he does that. Yamcha decides to fire a Wolfang Fist with his former teachings in the dojo. Of course, Roshi ends up missing. He ends up missing Roshi. So Roshi decides to fire a ki blast, blinding Yamcha and kicking him, knocking out the ring. And the rest of the tournament would play the same with Dama and Goku. Then Krillin and Master Roshi, nothing would really change there. And between Goku and Master Roshi, although when Goku transforms to a Great Ape, Yamcha transforms to a Great Ape. But because Roshi is a lot more aware now, he would still blow up the moon in the same way. Unless the moon wouldn't come back at this timeline, which is maybe a massive difference as well. So even if the moon did somehow come back, Roshi would be able to take them out anyway. So Roshi would still win the tournament, even if it was a lot more exhausting. And the announcer we can just put up here. We can put the announcer in the 22nd tournament, because he's going to return it later on. So that's that. So, oh yeah, the peel-off gang, we need to put them in the King Piccolo saga. So we'll just do that quickly. I'll put Ox King here for now, even though Chi-Chi's not with us, because I don't have anywhere else to put him. So the next part is the Red Ribbon Army saga. Okay, so this is Red Ribbon Army. So Goku would go off by himself. Yamcha would decide to stay one to go with Goku. But Roshi would explain that Yamcha and Goku have well surpassed him. So while he does stay back to help Krillin train, he tells Yamcha to go with Goku. And Goku wants to get the full star of Dragon Ball, and Yamcha will go with him. Krillin decides to stay back because this is a good opportunity for him to train. So the Silver, Violet, Metallica, all these guys would play the same. Boro would still die. And Upa still gets saved. They still fight Tao. Tao beats them. Tao fired all right, taking out Goku, but Yamcha would have been in the way. Yamcha's very injured and Goku survives. But Goku and Yamcha would have had a Dragon Ball each in their gi. As Goku would have gave Yamcha a Dragon Ball to make sure that Tao, in case he tells Yamcha to climb the tower just so he'll buy him time. So in this timeline, Tao wouldn't get the Dragon Balls as Yamcha has them in his pocket. And Tao can't fly. We know that he prefers to take a pillar for transport. So Tao can't exactly chase after Yamcha. And because he's occupied with Goku, I think Yamcha would actually get away. And he'd meet Korin. Korin would eventually train Yamcha for about a day, which Goku would be defeated. Yamcha would come back, take out Tao, and Tao would be taken out very similar to how he was. Because of that, Korin and Ader join our team as supports. In the Power Tournament, Yamcha would actually defeat Bandages this time. Fangs gets defeated. It's got Krillin the same. Krillin's stronger, so he probably defeats Fangs here. What he loses to Bandage the Mummy. Yamcha beats Bandages and Spike, because I think Yamcha's too quick for Spike in this timeline. And Grandpa Gohan defeats Yamcha and Goku in the same way. So Boro would still come back. And then that's the end of the Baba tournament. Baba joins it as an ally as well. So then we have the 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament. So here, just so we know, we have the tournament, Tien, King Choppa, Man Wolf, and Master Shen. So Master Shen would still be in the tournament. Yamcha, Goku, Master Roshi, and Krillin still participate. King Choppa loses in the prelims. Then everyone plays the same. Goku, Yamcha, Tien, Man Wolf, Krillin. So the first match would be Tien versus. The first match would be between Tien and Yamcha. So the battle begins very similarly. Yamcha is actually able to hold his own. So, could Yamcha beat Tien here? If Yamcha did the same thing... Yamcha's the same thing. Yamcha still has the same personality. We're not changing much of Yamcha's character, so... Yamcha's stronger. He's trained with Roshi longer. So would Tien turn good here? But in this timeline, Goku didn't defeat Tao. Yamcha did. So Master Shen would have been told by Goku that Yamcha defeated him. Tien would tell Shen, and Master Shen would say, kill Yamcha. But Tien wouldn't want to kill Yamcha because, like Goku, he didn't want to do it. Tien didn't want to do it. Tien felt it was wrong. He didn't want to become an assassin. He wanted to be a martial artist. So, would he do the same for Yamcha? There's Goku. And I think, yes, I think Tien would still do the same thing. I think Tien's turn would be earlier. I think Tien may have actually turned earlier here. So, between Yamcha and Tien, Tien and Goku, I'm comparing these two because they were very close. But Goku lost because he landed before Tien, because I think, yeah, Tien hit a truck, so it was only about a few milliseconds. So I do think, in this case, I love Tien as a character. Tien's one of my favorite characters in Dragon Ball. Yamcha, my favorite character. But I'm going to have to say Yamcha would win in this timeline. And then Krillin and Chiaotzu, Master Roshi beats Man Wolf, and Goku and Krillin beats Chiaotzu, and then Shen still gets angry, tries to kill Tien. Chiaotzu refuses, and all that plays the same. And I feel Man Wolf would have been the one who trained Yamcha. Yamcha would have said to his old mentor, I'm sorry that he lost the first round, but Man Wolf says no worries, he'll get stronger and prove to the Wolf School that he will be the best. And he's proud of Yamcha for the person he's become, and he wishes him farewell and watching in the stands. So Man Wolf trained Yamcha. I basically decided Man Wolf trained Yamcha. I think this makes the most sense because he's a wolf. So I feel like Man Wolf would have been able to teach Yamcha the Wolf Fang Fist, which is a pretty strong technique. So Man Wolf is a lot stronger, but Roshi still wins. So Roshi and Yamcha would have to face each other. This time Yamcha's more experienced, and Tien and Chiaotzu's watching in the stands. So this will give Tien more hype motivation to surpass Yamcha and train even harder than he does normally because he was out first. So I think between Yamcha and Master Roshi fires Thundershot Surprise. Yamcha would fire a Kamehameha. But Yamcha's been mastering a secret technique. Yamcha fires a Neo Wolfang Fist, which completely shocks Roshi, which is a more powerful version of the Wolfang Fist, which shocks Man Wolf because he didn't think it was possible. So Yamcha knocks Roshi out after he was caught off guard. And then between Krillin and Goku, Goku would still win, even though Krillin puts on a better fight. So Yamcha and Goku, the match begins very similarly. Goku and Yamcha power up. Yamcha and Goku fire back and forth. They can't see anyone. And then Yamcha and Goku have to explain what they were doing, similar to how Krillin and Master Roshi were in the 21st tournament. Goku fires a solar flare. Yamcha then counters by firing his own solar flare. So I think Yamcha decides that he's going to fire a ultimate kick, and he fires a ki blast, and he fires a Kamehameha, but Goku dodges it and says missed. Yamcha smiles, saying this is what he was counting for, and decides he's going to bend it to chase after Goku. Goku's running around. He tries to fire a Kamehameha, tries to fight Yamcha with it, but Yamcha's that much more powerful, more experienced in the bending Kamehameha, Yamcha calls it, and Yamcha's able to beat Goku. Yamcha wins the 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament, and the announcer announces him as the winner. Yamcha is happy when Krillin goes back to get Goku's Dragon Ball, and Man Wolf even asks can he train with the other Z fighters to get stronger. He apologizes to Roshi and says his old students surpassed him, and he tells Roshi that the old-timers need to train together. Man-Wolf and Roshi decide that they'll train together to get stronger as well. Krillin will still be killed by Tambourine at this point, which Goku's enraged, and Yamcha goes off to help him as well. Master Roshi takes Man-Wolf, Tien, and Chaozu with him to confront King Piccolo, which Man-Wolf is pretty scared of as he's heard of the stories. Eventually, Master Roshi would still knock out Tien, and Chaozu and Man-Wolf would, of course, Roshi would tell Man-Wolf to stay here, and no matter what, do not intervene. And while Man-Wolf would want to fight King Piccolo, he knows that he's no match, so Man-Wolf decides that he'll agree. Goku and Yamcha would still been defeated by Tambourine, and, of course, just realised we have the afterlife. I think Murasaki was killed. I think most of the Rumor Army characters were killed. But anyway, the point is, Tambourine still kills Bacterian, King Chopper, Nam, Kirin, they all still die. Yajirobe still joins the Z Fighters. And bit of a difference. Master Roshi still misses the Mafuba. So he still misses. He's sent to the afterlife as well. And instead of Chaozu calling out against King Piccolo, Man-Wolf calls out for King Piccolo and wishes to get the wish. So he knocks out Chaozu and saves his life. And Man-Wolf ends up dying in the process. You might feel that Chaozu would have done this instead, but keep in mind that Chaozu originally was by himself and Tien told him to. So I think because Tien would have actually been knocked out, because Man-Wolf could have just simply knocked him out as well. As Roshi did knock him unconscious, so Tien would have still witnessed the Mafuba. But I think because there's an extra person, Man-Wolf would have told Chaozu, stay put, do not intervene. I'll try to handle this. So then Man-Wolf would die. So Yajirobe would still kill Symbol after they meet. Goku and Yamcha would fight Tambourine together, and then they would overpower him. Piccolo would still get his wish, and Tambourine still dies. So then Drum comes back, and then Tien and Chaozu would try to fight Drum, but they're completely distraught. They're no match. So meanwhile, Goku and Yamcha decide to get to the Ultra Divine Water with Yajirobe, and Goku drinks it. So Goku's much stronger. So could Yamcha survive this? I do think Yamcha at this point is pure enough to survive the purification process. So I do think Yamcha would have gotten a power boost as well. So they drink about half. So they train just before they go down. They then challenged Run, and as Chaozu and Tien do a lot better than Tien does originally because there's two of them, but they're still in the match for Drum. And Yamcha fights Drum while Goku fights King Piccolo. Considering that Goku was able to dominate King Piccolo Drum very quickly, I think it's safe for me to say Yamcha could absolutely dominate him in this timeline, considering the fact not only he's had extra training and the Ultra Divine Water, but when King Piccolo explains how simply he would have found out about his old mentor Man-Wolf dying, I think Yamcha would be enraged enough for me to believe that he would be able to kill Drum. And I also think Goku would still kill King Piccolo and Piano. So the Pure Gang would still be around. They would still escape like they do normally. And then the Z Fighters would finally wish back the other characters, being Man-Wolf, Master Roshi, Girin, Nam, King Chopper, Bacterian, and Krillin. So now we can bring the others back with us. King Chopper. So Yamcha and Goku decide that when they see Kami, they're pretty shocked and try to attack him, but obviously, in the end, they're told that it's a misunderstanding. It's actually Kami. They were split in half. Man-Wolf replaces Yamcha. So they Tien, Chaozu, and Manwolf and Krillin train together, but Manwolf stays with Roshi, and it's important that he stays with Roshi because Manwolf is much weaker than even Chaozu at this point. So Manwolf is actually able to transform into his wolf form as well, like a transformation. So until he stays as wolf form, there's no way Manwolf. Because in the BoJack movie, he somehow turns back into a wolf. So I assume maybe that's just a part of him. So he's a werewolf or something, but we're just going to say he stays in his form for the wolf dojo. So during the years, not only would Tien, Chaozu, Krillin be a little bit weaker than they were originally, but I think with the occasional training of Manwolf, they would also get stronger. So I think Manwolf would be much stronger training with Roshi. But also, another character would train with them over the years. Manwolf would even get a student. So he would even train a second disciple, his first disciple after Yamcha, Yajirobe. I think in this scenario, Yajirobe would train with Manwolf, as he promised Goku he would enter the tournament. So Yajirobe would enter as well. So the qualifying round, King Chopper is still defeated. Then Jackie Chun wouldn't participate. Yajirobe gets defeated in Chaozu. And Manwolf would fight someone else here. Would he fight Chi-Chi or Tao? I think he would probably fight... Manwolf probably wouldn't participate in the tournament. I'm going to say in this scenario he doesn't participate. I think he would decide not to participate and let the others have a chance of winning the tournament. As Yamcha and the other Z fighters don't know Manwolf's trained with Roshi. So Manwolf decides to keep that a secret with Roshi. So they'll be doing secret training together. Which means Master Roshi himself will also be much stronger here as well. So, everyone else qualifies for the tournament. And Krillin, so... Goku. Also, they return the same way. Goku, Yamcha gets his scars, likely from King Piccolo when he tried to blast Goku. We see a flashback and Yamcha gets the scars on his face because we know they're battle scars, but let me know in the comments how Yamcha would have got his scars. I'm thinking he would have gotten just in training or something by Mr. Popo or Kami potentially when they were training. So everything would play the same. So Krillin would be up against Piccolo, Tien and Tao. And that's that. So let's begin. So Tien and Tao. Tien would easily defeat Tao. Goku and Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi would be annoyed at Goku forgetting who she was, but Goku should be able to still beat her. King Chopper still loses in the prelims. Unfortunately, my boy King Chopper doesn't get even at the tournament. He enters 2 and he doesn't even qualify as a former champion. So Yamcha would have to fight Piccolo and Krillin. So Krillin is much stronger here, but he's a little bit weaker because they don't have a training partner because Manwolf didn't really train with them. He was secret training with Roshi. So I think Krillin would fall. Then Yamcha and Shen. Now, normally Yamcha loses here, but I actually think Yamcha would be stronger than Kami. Because think about how strong Goku was originally. Goku was really strong by himself. I think with 3 years of training with an extra sparring partner, I think Yamcha could dominate Kami. Yamcha would fire his Spirit Ball, and the Spirit Ball would actually knock Kami out the ring this time. So he would let go of Hero, and Yamcha would have to face Piccolo. So between Tien and Goku, I think Tien and Goku, this would be quite interesting. Goku and Tien did not fight in the last tournament. So Goku is still his motivation, but he has motivation. His main motivation is beating Yamcha. So Tien explains he will face Yamcha in the finals and win this time. The battle starts very similar. Obviously, Krillin's back here. And Chi-Chi. So the battle's very similar. And Tien and Goku have a very similar battle. Tien uses the multi-form. Goku overpowers him. And saying 4 of you, if you split 4 yourself, you made a huge mistake. Goku not, the battle's basically the same, there's no reason for Tien not to win, so Yamcha and Piccolo. Now this fight would actually be a bit different because Piccolo would be aware who Yamcha is, because he would have saved Goku from King Piccolo after being blasted in the face, getting his scars. Piccolo would be more cautious, I think, of facing Yamcha than he would have originally against Hero, because he didn't know Hero was now. Kami wouldn't intervene because he knows Yamcha's stronger than him and Goku. So Yamcha and Goku, Piccolo begin, and he knows he can't use the Spirit Ball. So I feel like he would have actually just fought him, use the Wolfang Fist, the Kamehameha. And Yamcha would have also learned over the years as well. Yamcha would have learned many techniques and fired a Ki Blast. So Yamcha manages to actually hold his own against Piccolo. Yamcha fires tries to fire a Super Kamehameha, but knows that he can't kill Piccolo because Kami will die in the process. And him and Goku said that they can't kill him. So I think Piccolo and Yamcha... Piccolo fires a beam at Yamcha's shoulder, injuring him. So Goku tries to intervene, but Yamcha says, no, this is my fight alone, I'll beat this guy. So Yamcha fires a one-handed Wolfang Fist. Piccolo's like, what? Wolf Claw. So Yamcha fires a Wolf Claw. I'm going to call it a Wolf Claw in this scenario. So Yamcha fires it at his face. And basically it's just like a disabling technique like Tao does with his tongue. So this paralyzes Piccolo for a short period of time. So Yamcha fires a one-handed Kamehameha. And that's how Yamcha is able to beat Piccolo in the tournament, which completely shocked Piccolo, and he is so annoyed that he lost. And he actually, instead, Piccolo will turn into a giant Namekian, crushing Yamcha and kicking him out the ring. So Yamcha would lose in the semis. Yamcha loses in the semis due to his injuries. And Goku and Piccolo's fight would play the same. The only difference is Goku would be more enraged, and he would actually probably beat Piccolo a little bit faster. But nothing really changes that. Piccolo would lose. Yamcha would heal from the Senzu Bean. Kami would try to kill Piccolo, but of course, Goku and Yamcha would intervene, and that's that. So that's it for this series. Thank you guys for watching. That's the 200 special and how I think it would have gone if Yamcha was a Saiyan in Dragon Ball. So this is part 1. I'm going to make this a series. Let me know in the comments if you want a part 2 to this video. I can make it. But for now, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the 200 subscribers, 223 subscribers. Comment, like, subscribe. Also, make suggestions as well. Walking Dead, Dragon Ball Walking Dead, Total Drama, Harry Potter and Cobra Kai. And yeah, peace for all.